It's the iPhone XR. Woo! This is Jack can play the cheering, yay! Colorful colors, options, cheap iPhone. We've all been waiting for it. It's the budget friendly to your wallet. They're practically giving it away for free. It's the iPhone XR. It's every color. It's unboxing every single iPhone XR. Now, if you've been following the channel, of course you've been following the channel, then you saw I made a video. I said the iPhone XR, it's a bit depressing to me, okay? In the sense that you look up and down the spec list at the announcement and you're like, okay, I see that. I see what it's got inside, and then I see the price tag, $750. And you know me, I've been diving more deeply into the budget phones and just the wide variety of things that are happening in the smartphone global marketplace. And you say to yourself, okay, you don't have the OLED display. All right, you have a single lens camera setup, okay. You changed the construction from the iPhone X and XS. It's a little bit more lightweight. Maybe you hoped for more like myself, but there's a subset, a group of individuals in the comments. They're there. They're rabid. They're angry. They have their own perspective, and I appreciate all the perspectives in the world. For some, this represents a new, affordable, shiny, colorful iPhone, and I can appreciate that. Now, because of my last video, I'm coming into this with some preconceptions, with some feelings. Sometimes you gotta get out of your own way. You gotta work harder to see the alternative perspectives. It's to go in with a genuine attitude to really try to see the positive. Why it might be good for you and why it might not be great for somebody else. I mean, that's the agenda. So before I open any one of these boxes, I want to tell you right now that I'm gonna bring that attitude to this phone. I will be attempting to love the iPhone XR, to fall in love with the iPhone XR. I will take that mission upon myself. I will test myself. Well, let's open them all up, I guess. This is the product red. Ooh. No, inside the box, by the way, real quick, power brick, no quick charge. Talked about it. I'm looking at the positive side. So the positive twist on the no quick charge, since I'm being optimistic right now, is very portable. Okay, that's tiny. Fits in your pocket. Upside, what is that? A cherry? Is that a cherry red? If you've seen product red products in the past, then you're probably familiar with this tone of red. You can see the single lens setup. That's different than the XS, XS Max. Also, this device, different construction, of course, as you can tell. You have an aluminum frame, and there may be kind of an unintended consequence of this construction of these materials in that the antenna layout on the XR may, in certain circumstances, outperform the one on the XS, XS Max. I may have a video to follow up on this. Still have your lightning port on the bottom over here. Speaker layout. On this one, it's symmetrical. Product red. Vibrant yellow. Another thing I'm noticing right away, since this one happened to be powered up, the bezel is a bit fatter. That's a consequence of using an LCD screen as opposed to an OLED display. Yellow meets vibrant Lamborghini yellow. It's somewhere in between the two, but it's a combo. Yellow on the back, this gold on the side. Cool, there it is. Coral. Ooh, it's sort of got some orange in there, depending on the lighting, and it's got its very own frame color as well, which kind of blends. That's coral. Black. It's black, but if you get a reflection on it, you can get some gray tones in there. Vibrant, clean, fresh, like the driven snow. Very nice. And last up, blue. Oh, it's like a light blue. Kabam. Kablamo. There you have it. Your lineup, ladies and gentlemen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 color options. This is the point at which you tell me down in the comments which one you're going for, or none at all. I'm open. All right, you can say whatever you want. Now, if that's not enough for you, you could take it a step further and you could actually customize one of these iPhone XRs, or any phone for that matter, using a D-brand skin, of course. How about a little marble? Maybe you even want to cover up the Apple logo because you want to keep it a little bit more low-key. Plus, you're going to see these other colors everywhere. How many marble iPhones are you going to see? Or here's another example. If you want to go super stealth, you get the matte black finish, skip the fingerprints. Maybe you don't want to live this fingerprint life over here, but you still want to have the blacked out phone. You go with this. Of course, your wireless charging still works. There it is, Dbrand Skins. You heard about them. Go check them out. Not just the iPhone XR, any phone. And the site is 15% off, so go check that out. Here we have the yellow device booted up, and as you can tell, it's a very similar experience to the various other iPhone X series devices. You have the notch layout, which is identical. The bezel on this model is a bit wider as a consequence of using LCD technology as opposed to OLED. In order to pack it in there and extend up into these regions, you have to kind of have this bezel. Now, another interesting thing about this device is that Apple has stated that it will actually be best in terms of battery performance out of the entire bunch, which may be meaningful to you if battery is at the top of your list of criteria, battery performance. That has a lot to do with the screen resolution. This is a lower resolution display than the top two models, so battery performance should be a bit better since it's pumping out less pixels. My initial impressions with the resolution, you know, that was a big topic of conversation. It's the main differentiating factor between this and the iPhone XS and XS Max, or even the 10 for that matter. If you hold it close enough to your face, you can see some pixels in the text, but you really have to be looking for them. In regular everyday use, this may or may not be something that bothers you. You would have to be a screen junkie, a person like myself who's always interested in pixels. I mean, I'm looking for pixels. Of course, I want the best display possible, the most resolution possible. And also another thing that comes along with OLED is contrast and viewing angles. When you start to tip it or go off axis, that's where you start to notice generally a difference between LCD and OLED. You have a single lens unit. It should perform in a similar fashion to the higher end model without having the optical zoom function through the secondary lens. Portrait mode is going to be supported through the single lens here, which will be a little bit wider than the zoomed in portrait that you get on the XS and XS Max. Okay, so there you have it. That is a quick unboxing, my first impressions of the iPhone XR. I know you guys are gonna have a bunch of questions, and I'm actually wondering myself, do you guys want me to switch over to this thing? Do you want me to dive a little bit deeper, do an extended take, use it as my daily driver? Of course, you know I'm willing if that's what you guys want to see. The thing is, there's so many smartphones to switch to and many others coming out. Here's the thing, I'm sure that this is a capable phone. I'm sure that the user experience is going to be very similar to the iPhone XS Max that I used in my previous Switch before the Pixel. So I feel like there's gonna be a little bit of overlap there. Of course, the big difference, the display, the camera, possibly the battery life. So we'll see. Either way, whether I switch completely, I do want to use it a bit more extensively and possibly compare it in a more granular fashion to the bigger brother iPhone XS and XS Max. So definitely stick around for that, and we'll see. You guys vote right now in the comments. Am I switching to the iPhone XR next? Is that what's gonna happen? Is it gonna be a yellow iPhone in my pocket? Oh my goodness, time will tell.